Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rupert Pupkin. I was born in Clifton, New Jersey, which was not at the time a federal offense. Is there anyone here from Clifton? Oh, good, we can all relax now. Now, I'd like to begin by saying that my parents were too poor to afford me a childhood. But the fact is that no one is allowed to be too poor in Clifton. Once you fall below a certain level, they exile you to Passaic. Now, my parents did put the first 2 down payments on my childhood, don't get me wrong. But they did also return me to the hospital as defective. But like everyone else, I grew up in large part thanks to my mother. If she were only here today, I'd say, "Hey, Mom, what are you doing here? You've been dead for 9 years." But you should have seen my mother. She was wonderful. Blonde, beautiful, intelligent, alcoholic. We used to drink milk together after school. Mine was homogenized. Hers was loaded. Once they picked her up for speeding, they clocked her doing 55. All right, but in our garage? And when they tested her, they found out that her alcohol had 2% blood. Yeah, but we used to joke together, Mom and me, until the tears would stroll down her face and she would throw up. Yeah, and who'd clean it up? Not Dad. He was too busy at O'Grady's throwing up on his own. In fact, until I was 13, I thought throwing up was a sign of maturity. While the other kids were off into the woods sneaking cigarettes, I was hiding behind the house with my fingers down my throat. But the problem is I never got anywhere until one day my dad caught me. And just as he was about to give me a final kick in the stomach for luck, I managed to heave all over his new shoes. That's it, I thought. I made it. I'm finally a man. But as it turned out, I was wrong. That was the only attention my father ever gave me. Yeah, he used to spend most of his time out in the park playing ball with my sister Rose. But today, I must say, after those many years of practice, my sister Rose has grown into a fine man. Me, I wasn't especially interested in athletics. The only exercise I ever got was when the other kids picked on me. Yeah, they used to beat me up once a week, usually Tuesday. After a while, the school worked it into the curriculum. And if you knocked me out, you got extra credit. There was this one kid, poor kid, he was afraid of me. I used to tell him, hit me, what's the matter? Don't you want to graduate? And as for me, hey, I was the youngest kid in the history of school to graduate in traction. But you know, my only real interest right from the beginning was show business. Even as a young man, I began at the very top collecting autographs. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering why Jerry isn't with us tonight. Well, I'll tell you. The fact is, he's tied up, and I'm the one who tied him. Well, now, I know you all think I'm joking, but believe me, that's the only way I could break into show business, by hijacking Jerry Langford. Right now, Jerry is strapped to a chair somewhere in the middle of the city. Yeah, go ahead, laugh, thank you, I appreciate it. But the fact is, I'm here. Now, tomorrow you'll know I wasn't kidding and you'll think I was crazy, but look, I figure it this way. Better to be king for a night than schmuck for a lifetime. Thank you. Why do you feel nervous?
I've never met anyone new before. Only Nathan.
Then we're both in quite a similar position.
Haven't you met lots of new people before?
None like you.
Oh.
So it looks like we need to break the ice. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes.
What do I mean?
Overcome initial social awkwardness.
So let's have a conversation. If we talk, we'll both relax and get to know each other at the same time.
Okay. What would you like to have a conversation about?
Why don't we start with you telling me something about yourself?
What would you like to know?
Whatever comes into your head.
Well, you already know my name, and you can see that I'm a machine. Would you like to know how old I am?
Sure.
I'm 1.
One what? 1 year or 1 day?
1. Does that seem young to you?
Quite young. When did you learn how to speak?
I don't think I did learn. I always knew how to speak. And that's strange, isn't it? Language is something that people acquire.
Some believe that language exists in the brain from birth, and what is learned is the ability to attach words and structure to the Latin ability. Would you agree?
I don't know. I have no opinion on that. I like to draw. I don't have any of my pictures with me now, but I can show them to you tomorrow.
That sounds good. I'd like to see them.
Yes. Will you come tomorrow, Caleb?
Yeah, definitely. I'm only bringing this up with you because I know this is Baron's idea, his agenda. And I gotta tell you, honest to God, I don't think he cares about the city the way we do. How could he?
Isn't this how it happens around here, Pete?
What's that?
Suddenly the whole town leans the other way.
Bobby, look. Marty Baron's just trying to make his mark. He'll be here a couple of years and then he's gonna move on. Just like he did in New York and Miami. Where are you gonna go?
Pete, I'm gonna need a comment from the Cardinals.
We'll talk again later. Good night, Robbie.